All right, guys, let's get this party started. Argyle, how you doing? IXCOAPG. I could actually talk. How's everyone doing, guys? Hit that like button. We got a New York session for everybody. I'm sorry if you've been waiting for a New York session and I've been MIA. I literally couldn't talk. Let's go. Who's making money in this community? I want to hear it in the comment section below. If you're not making money, I have no idea where you are or what you're doing. Slack, nice seeing that win. We crushed it on that Bitcoin short, guys. Absolutely annihilated that short. Pretty much everything. And I'm feeling better. Yeah, I'm feeling 100%, especially after this morning. If you guys got in that wicked Bitcoin short from 73K, you have just banked tons and tons of profit. Now, I did get out of the Bitcoin short, all right? I did get out because why would I stay in a Bitcoin short when Bitcoin's gonna, Bitcoin's oversold here. Bitcoin is a New York session and Bitcoin is bouncing off of the 5. Of course, we are probably going to come back down, being that the 4 hours dropping and all of this other jazz. But the reality is the weekend is coming up. I see us ranging more in this area here. So yesterday when we did the live, hit that like button, guys. Yesterday when we did the live, we seen that London, if you look at the London session, we did drop into London, right? So, well, we dropped into London a bit, and then New York completely took us down outside of the channel. So we are bearish, okay? Keep that in mind. What Bitcoin is doing right now is we are retracing the channel, and technically this should be the short, all right? But that being said, we are also very, very oversold now. So there's a possibility this does fake out. And I'm done trading for the day. Absolutely done trading for the day. Done trading for the weekend. I will not touch a trade till Sunday because how much money do you want to make, right? If you guys go look here on my wins right here, you can see yesterday we were up that much, but now I like to show everybody the win, show everybody my own trades here. So this is from a funded account. Now I did take profits. So this is another trade. I was at 73 on the funded accounts. I have to have a consistency rule on the ones I'm trading, but this is a big trade right there. 6K, right? 6K on a 20X short. So from 73.3 to about 68.8 is where I took profit. And that is the big trade. Lining it up with all the other trades, I probably made about 15 to 18K if you're looking at all the funded accounts. Personal money, probably about 6 to 7. So here's the thing, guys. I am going to teach everybody how to do funded accounts over the term. So shout out to the people that are in our coaching because you guys are getting the goods. And I'm actually going to be documenting some of the coaching stuff too, for those of you who want to do it in the future if we bring it back. But in the short term, Bitcoin is bouncing up. Olga, am I holding my short? No, I'm out. I took my $6,000 profit, took my $2,000, took my $2,000 on the other funded accounts. I'm out of my short. I'm done trading for the day. Okay. So done trading for the day. I'm happy. I'm actually in a really, really good mood today because I'm actually feeling better. Enzo, how you doing? Let's jump on a call today. Hope you made some money on that short as well. And everything's looking pretty good. Now, if you did want to hypothetically short, guys, this would be the short, okay? Like, here would be the short. Now, I am personally not trading for the rest of the day because I took my win And I've told myself over and over again, even if Bitcoin is 30K today, I would not get in another trade. The reality is you have analysis paralysis. You win, you take your win. Or if you win, you might win again, but you're probably going to lose because now you're forgetting things. You get too confident. It doesn't matter if you're the president, the prime minister. It doesn't matter if you're who's the hottest all-star right now. I don't know. It doesn't matter if you're the biggest celebrity in the world. The reality is when you trade, if you win a trade, you are not the same trader as before because you get confident. Your ego is inflated, and that's when you stop. So, yes, do I think Bitcoin's going to come all the way down to 66 and ultimately 62K? Abso-freaking-lutely. Will I be trading today? No. I will come revisit Sunday, and if I miss a drop, I missed a drop. There are more trades to go. Personally, I believe we're going to range in this area, but we could continue dropping because the 4-hour MACD is dropping and the 4 hours coming down and the 18 hours completely coming down, but it is touching a major fair value gap right here. Okay. So if you guys wanted to short, that would be your short. However, I am done trading for the day. Which means I can actually go over some altcoins and large caps. Okay, so let's check out Solana here. Hit that like button, guys. Let's run up that like button. Okay, so Sol broke trend as well. Right, you can see Sol breaking. So now Solana should retrace about 87 maybe. And drop down to about 78. Which is oversold in the 1 hour time frame. Obviously, that 4 hours is completely dropping, but I would say Solana could come down to around 78. $69K short, you could absolutely short about 69K. I personally am done trading for the day. Honestly, 69 would be a good short. Yeah, anywhere in this area would be a good short. It already hit, what is that, 69? So that was the retrace. Now you're seeing a drop. You're probably, 69K would be the area. Now keep in mind though, you are completely oversold in the 1 hour time frame. So it might just range here a bit. Maybe. I don't know. Personally for me, guys, I'm just out of my trade. But if you're wanting to trade and get into a trade, it's tough for me to say trade when we're oversold in the 1 hour. Like we should come back down. The 5 minutes overbought. But it looks like we're probably just going to range in this area. If I go to Bitcoin, first let me look at Solana here. But if I go to Solana, I wouldn't short here because now we've got a big buy area. There's lots of buys coming in. But if you break 82, we're going to come down to 76. Yeah, I could see Sol going to about 80, playing this little sideways channel here. And then if we look at Bitcoin, we're bouncing off of this liquidity gap right here. So even if Bitcoin comes down to around 67.5 to 67.7, there's going to be a lot of buys right here, right? Obviously, you're dropping, which is because you're retracing. So I could see Bitcoin fiddling around in this area around 67.4 to 67.5. Because again, you are retracing the break of trend. You broke trend, you're coming up. You're retracing. So I would pretty much see that Bitcoin would be ranging around that 67.5 area. And if we do break it, then we are going to come all the way back down to about 64-ish down here and ultimately revisit 62K. Pole is dropping finally. There we go, right? So Pole's finally breaking that support. I was waiting for that move to show up here. And I bet you guys are wondering, why would I get out of a trade that I'm almost up 10K in profit? Because the weekend is coming up, because we're oversold, because of New York. And you got to ask yourself, guys, when is enough profit, right? Is 10 grand enough? Is 5 grand enough? Right? So I'm really trying to do that more, because I'm telling you guys right now, I'd be a billionaire if I just took profit when I said, well, 1% more. And then that 1% turns into that trade cutting in half by 50%. And then my win for the day is cut in half. So I know a lot of people are probably like, well, why would you get out if Bitcoin's going to dump and you're up like almost 7K? Because I'm asking myself, when is enough, right? And sure, I could let it ride, but the reality is I want to take my win. I want to have a good weekend. And I've been sick the last few days, and I just want to be in a good standing for a trade. But Pole is about to drop, and I can see Pole dumping all the way down to about 8.2 area. I set my alert on Pole, and it is looking really, really good. I think it's breaking. So if Pole breaks this area right here, guys, this is a really good short. This should literally drop all the way down to 8.7. That would be a really, really good setup here on POL, which was the previous Matic. How about Ethereum? So ETH broke the channel too. Ethereum broke the channel. You can see it breaking. You're at your 618 if you're looking at a reversed fib. And I can see Ethereum coming down to, if we break this area right here, we're probably going to range in this region. But if we break it, we come all the way down to about $1,800 on Ethereum. So if you guys are looking at ETH, it is coming into this area of support, this buying area. You're completely oversold. Now you're kind of just waiting for Ethereum to break 1900, right? So if Ethereum breaks 1900, you're going to drop a lot, which is this area right here, 1971. This is pretty much this 618 right here. So if Ethereum breaks this, you are going to come down a lot. Yeah, so obviously Bitcoin's dropping, right? You retrace that trend line. Now we're kind of just waiting for this 4-hour close. One more thing too, you guys can see that we are into the fair value gap right here on the 18 hours. So the question is, are we going to come all the way down here in range or what? Because the weekend is coming up. So with the weekend coming up and the 1 hour completely overbought, sure, we are dropping. We are most definitely dropping, but we'll see if Bitcoin gets down to the 618 here around 66.9 and we range, or we break the 618 and we come all the way down to 62, which would be a really, really good area for Bitcoin to go. And obviously, guys, you can see in the thumbnail, I have 62K as the next target. The big drop target is 62K. So that is what I'm aiming for on Bitcoin. All right, guys, let me know what trades you guys are in. Are you in shorts? Are you in longs? Are you in a Bitcoin short? Did you take profit on your short? All right, thank you all for being on the live, guys. I appreciate you guys. Out of your BTC short, took profit. Steven, good take profit. All right, what else do we got here? We got XRP, right? So again, guys, remember the goal of this channel and this community. The goal is going to be to make you 10K a day, or sorry, yeah, 10K a day off of 10 different funded accounts. And what I'm going to show you guys is how to do that over a macro scale. Obviously, the people in the coaching and stuff like that will get more one-on-one with the funded accounts, but I'm still going to kind of show you guys how to do that on the channel and on the in beastlimitless.com. But the goal is $1,000 on each funded account, and you get 10, you times 10, that would be 10K a day. Plus, if you have personal money in your exchange, it depends how many trades you're able to get into and pay attention to. Took profit on the BTC short. Yeah, there we go. White, you made back your coaching right away. Also, let me know when you're free to get a call. Just on a call, just message me. So XRP is kind of ranging here, guys, in this channel. Now, I've been saying XRP is not really a good trade to trade, and it isn't because it's not really, it's in a very, very small range. But if XRP ends up breaking this highlighter point I have right here, this price at about 133. XRP is going to drop all the way down to 126. Otherwise, I'd be looking at, honestly, if I was looking at playing XRP, looking at how oversold it is, I'd probably be longing down here at about 134. If it breaks it, get out and short. Just based on what it is doing right now, right? If it breaks out here, then you get out and short and you make pretty good money. Tony Gold, how you doing? 6%. You go a bit higher leverage, you're making really, really, really good money. All right, let's go over some wins. So you guys know my wins here. We're looking at about $6,000. We're looking at about 2,500 on the funded account. Each funded account, you're looking at about 2,500 or $7,000, I guess. But shout out to White, crushing it. Literally almost the same entry as me. Same with shout out to Michael. Pretty much roughly the same entry. Shout out to Slack as well. 35x, that is even higher than me, but pretty much the same entry. So remember, guys, if you geared up for this short, Moises even, same thing. 95x short, that is absolutely insanity. But still, same entry. So everybody's profiting off that entry right there. I want to show you guys something right here. I never traded all week. I took 2 trades. I probably made more money than I made the last week trading 5 times. Because all I did, I want to show you guys, this isn't rocket science, okay? Like, I'm a good trader, of course, but I have more discipline than anything. All I did is I never traded here. I never traded here. I waited for the top. I waited for this trend break right here, and that was it, right? Right here, I had a trend break off this uptrend. I literally got in at 73.3, and I rode it all the way down. And not only that, to the now here's the break of the channel. And that was my trade for the whole week. One trade, that was it. And I almost made 20K combined. Well, with the funded accounts, you're probably looking at about 18K. It might even be a bit more. It was only one trade for the week, guys. And all I did was I lined up that trade perfectly. I said on the live, I'm only taking one trade. And that trade took about 45 minutes to take. So if you guys could take one trade that takes 45 minutes and make 10 grand a week, would that change your life? That's where I want to get to everybody on this channel. Less than 2 hours to 3 hours a week, maybe 1 or 2 trades and be done for the day or be done for the week even, right? It was a good setup. Now, if we look at total, the crypto market cap, total is doing the same thing that Bitcoin is doing. They're doing the same exact chart. So now you're able to see the total crypto market cap. It's going down, which means that overall crypto is going down. If you break this area right here, absolutely everything's going to start dropping. And if you look at the total crypto market cap, Tim, how you doing? I hope you made money off that Dogecoin short. If you look at the overall here on total, total could go down a lot, which is the overall crypto market. All right, we got a 4-hour close here on Bitcoin. right? We got a 4-hour close, but we're completely oversold now. See, now it looks like we're just going to range around this break of trend. Yeah, so we are dropping on the MACD in the 4-hour and the 18-hour, but you can see we're very, very oversold. I would say we just range in this area. If you look at Bitcoin on the what are we bouncing off of here? We're bouncing off of, we haven't even came into the 68K region. A little bit of a double bottom here, but we're bouncing off this liquidity gap right here, about 68K. So we are bouncing off that region. Fast Easy, how you doing? Nice top call. Yeah. Yeah, so we're bouncing off the 5 as of right now if you're looking at the retracement. Whew. But I also wouldn't try to long, guys, because, yeah, I just wouldn't try to long. Would I be in a short still? You could. You could be in a short still. You kind of can see Bitcoin is dropping. We retrace 69. It already broke trend. All right, what is Doge doing? I think Doge broke trend, probably. Look at that drop on Dogecoin. Very nice drop off this little bearish range after a big drop. Pull dumping. There we go. Pull's been a good short, right? We looked at pull at the beginning of the live. There you go. If Dogecoin breaks right here, it's going to drop pretty good. Yeah, pull was dumping. We looked at this at the beginning of the live. And now you can see it's breaking. Breaking. So if you guys want to get into a short on pull, non-financial advice, but it looks like pull is going to come down pretty hard. Protect your capital. It is a low cap coin. You pretty much want pull to break this support. Now, the nice thing on pull is there's a really good fair value gap here. So if you end up shorting pull in this area, you put a stop loss just above this fair value gap. So you'd have to monitor your leverage. But it is definitely trying to come down. The only thing I don't like is Bitcoin is oversold. So I would be cautious, right? I'd be very cautious on shorting right now, guys, just because we're very, very oversold. Like, really, if you ask me, I'd be in a short right here. If it breaks back above, I'd get out. All right, what do we got on CoinGecko? what do we got trending on CoinGecko here? So some altcoins are moving, nothing crazy. Looked at Dogecoin, Cardano, Bitcoin Cash, Hyperliquid. Let's see what Hyperliquid's doing here. So Hyperliquid actually broke the Hyperliquid broke the trend, but it isn't really doing anything. Bouncing off the 5, it broke the trend to the downside, but now it's kind of just ranging. So again, what I see happening for the weekend, guys, is us probably ranging, maybe pumping on some altcoins. And you can even see Hyperliquid has bullish dive on the 1 hour time frame. Now, I'm not going to say it will play out. Again, you're going against a 4 hour downtrend. MACD is pushing down. But Hyperliquid does have bullish divergence here. On the MACD, if it crosses back up, and on the 1 hour time frame. So it's a possibility that Hyperliquid could be a really good trade. Not used to doing lives in the morning, guys. I'm not really. All right. Yeah, I would possibly look at a move on Hyperliquid. If you're looking to long an altcoin, it definitely could run with that bullish divergence. And again, Bitcoin is very, very oversold, guys. So keep in mind, before the next drop, in my personal opinion, Bitcoin needs to become overbought again. And that is pretty much what I'd be waiting for. There's a possibility Bitcoin drops right away. But we are very, 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 very oversold. At least on the 1 hour. The 4 hour is still dropping and the 18 hour is still dropping. All right, let's see what USDT is doing. So USDT is coming back up, guys, and breaking out. So if you're looking at USDT, you are coming back up. You are breaking out. You're breaking out of this falling wedge right here. And that means that crypto is most likely going to drop. Which I can see USDT pumping back up to around here. So looks like Bitcoin is going to drop, guys. It's kind of ranging, coming down a bit, but you can see with the 15, the 5 minute, all of that jazz here, it looks like you are going to continue to drop. You might even hit around 67.2 throughout the day. and then continue to drop, but we'll have to see. Personally, for me, I'm done trading till Sunday at the moment, right? So, all right, guys. So that's pretty much all I got for everybody on the live. Set your stop losses and profit. 4-hour close is done. We are continuing to drop, obviously. Just keep in mind that the 1 hour is completely oversold. Obviously, the 1 hour could stay oversold. We are going into the weekend, though. I do see us coming all the way down to about 66.9 to around 63K to 62. And you're kind of just waiting for the market to do that. But keep in mind, it is the weekend. After about 3 o'clock, I would be very, very cautious with Bitcoin because we're probably going to range after the weekend. We might continue the drop, but normally what happens is after the weekend, we range. So I hope you guys have a great great day there, great night, and we will see you guys on Sunday for the Sunday live, for the the London session live.